No. Guys, you wanna sit down?
Oh, sit down. Come on, sit. We have chairs. Make yourself comfortable. Do we need another chair, Jacob? Come on, sit down. Sit down. Okay. Ms. Smith, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're from Georgia?
I am.
From Atlanta?
Yeah, your district.
Okay, good. I'm very happy to have you here. So what part of the district you live in?
Oh, I'm in West End.
Oh, West End. Okay.
Off of MLK.
Okay, the AU Center?
Yeah,
Oh,
right in the
okay.
AUC.
Yeah. When I first moved to Atlanta 46 years ago, I lived in that area. Matter of fact, the old SNCC office was located right across from Pasco, the old Pasco. So I spent a great deal of time in West End and the AU Center.
Well, I met you first when you came to the University of Georgia to speak at the Hamilton Holmes lecture.
Oh yeah, that's been a few years ago.
Yeah, yeah. And I had the pleasure of having lunch with you and your wife after that. And I wanted to say thank you because you encouraged me to become a change agent. Besides my mom and my grandmother, you were one of the first people that told me that I could do anything to contribute to society. So right after that, I enrolled in political science class at UGA.
Okay.
And I decided not to go to film school. I wanted to go to law school.
Okay.
I ended up not going because I ended up getting the diagnosis about the brain tumor. So
what year did you?
2005. This was in the 90s when I met you. And I wanted to say thank you for that because I just thought I could do anything after meeting you. And so thank you for that. But after the diagnosis for the brain tumor, for the first brain tumor, my doctors tried really hard to control my symptoms. We went from doctor to doctor to control my symptoms.
Was this in Athens or in Atlanta?
In Atlanta. We went to Atlanta's best doctors, neurologists and neurosurgeon to try to control this electric shock type pain that I was experiencing. My mom would roll me to the bed, have to roll me to the bathroom. I mean, it's pretty bad, falling on the floor. But they couldn't help me. They said there's just nothing else we could do, and would pass me on to the next doctor. My mom found a specialist at the Cleveland Clinic who said, I can help you. And we finally got an appointment, and days before we were set to go, we had the appointment, had the hotel reservation in hand, and I got a call from the Cleveland Clinic, and they said, Ms. Smith, we're sorry, but we had to cancel your appointment. Cigna denied the visit.
And you were preparing to make the trip?
We had the hotel reservation. My mom got off from work. I told my client, I'm leaving, everything. We were ready to go. And Cigna denied the visit. And this set off 2 years of denials from Cigna. We got everybody involved.
How long had you had insurance coverage from Cigna?
Since 2003. I paid my premiums since 2003 religiously, never late, and they took it willingly. But when I asked for treatment at the Cleveland Clinic, they told me that there was a lack of, it was not medically necessary to go to Cleveland Clinic. My brain tumors didn't warrant a visit at Cleveland Clinic, one of the top hospitals for brain tumors.
Oh, I know Cleveland Clinic is one of the best places in the world. People come from all over the world.
To go. And my doctors got involved. We had four letters from 3 different doctors, and I have them here. 4 letters from 3 different doctors.
Yeah, I would love to see them.
saying that, we've got here, the letters written to Cleveland Clinic, the denial letters, letters to Cigna, and the denial letters, but 4 letters from 3 different doctors saying we can't help her anymore, she has to go to Cleveland Clinic. And they denied it. We got the Georgia Department of Insurance involved. And Cleveland Clinic, Cigna told them, we'll pay for it, or we'll consider payment. We just need to receive notes from the doctor. So the doctor sent notes and we sent another appeal. And Cleveland denied that, or Cigna denied that. And we received even more denials until we received the final denial saying this represents the final stage of the appeals process. And it wasn't until I got a call from Move On, and the first email went out that they said, we'll pay for her testing and treatment, but then they backtracked that. And then, so we're still at the place of they'll send me for 1 round of testing and treatment, but even after that, they're not guaranteeing treatment. After that, I could still be in years of denial hell. They agreed, they called me one day and told me that my $10 copay on my medicine was increasing to $1,115. And then they explained it away by saying that it was an inaccuracy in the way that I submitted the prescription. But I had submitted it that way for years. So this is what I've been dealing with. And not only me, so many other people have been dealing with. We have been traveling from Atlanta to Raleigh, to Asheville, to collecting stories from paying customers from all over. I just spoke with Alan in West Virginia, who is a heart transplant patient. And even after a heart transplant patient, his insurer won't pay for his therapy. And so we've been collecting these pill bottle stories in pill bottles. Lawmakers, because I know that you're a compassionate man, would listen to, their stories. And eventually, Ed Hanway, the CEO of Cigna, might even listen to them. I spoke with Rhonda, who is a single mom. Her parents are dead, and she is suffering with life-threatening epilepsy. And she doesn't know if her next grand mal seizure is going to take her away from her kids, because Medicaid is not paying for her neurologist or her medicine. She hasn't seen a neurologist in months. So a grand mal seizure could just take her out at any second. So these are the stories that we're capturing. We've got a huge bag of them. And it just represents the stories, just a fraction of the stories across America. And as horrible as they are, they're so commonplace, and I'm sure that because, they're calling into you. And that's why, I'm coming to you as a Georgia citizen. Because I know that you're a compassionate man. But one thing that I wanted to ask you, if you could stand with us, not only, in the fight for health reform, with your vote, but if you could stand with me in my fight for calling the CEO of Cigna and all of the other CEOs of health insurance companies to keep them honest, because the policies and procedures that are giving us these denials and keeping us in these years of denials, they don't have to wait for health reform to change them. They can do that right now.
You might want to tell Congressman Lewis what you're going to be doing on Thursday.
On Thursday, we are actually going to Philadelphia to try to meet with the CEO of Cigna. And what I would love for you to do is to stand with me to ask the CEO of Cigna to meet with me. Mm-hmm. So we can ask him two simple questions. We're not asking for much. I just want him to justify the policies and procedures that
and why they're denying.
Why they're denying, and to change those policies and procedures so I can get the care and other people can get the care that they need. Because to be honest with you, Congressman Lewis, I don't know what's going to happen to me after Thanksgiving week when they do finally approve the first round of testing. Are they going to approve the rest of them? The treatment? I don't know. I don't know what's going to become of my future. And to be honest with you, I'm really scared. I'm being very brave on this fight, but inside I'm very scared about my future.
I understand, and it's a fight that you shouldn't have to fight alone. Yeah. But you need help now, and not down the road when the health bill won't even be passed. Mm-hmm. I guess they're voting on the Senate side right now on a bill, but it won't take effect until 2015, and you need help now. But even this weekend I ran into some of the cases. I was filling my car for the gasoline on Cascade Road, and you know where Cascade Road, Southwest Atlanta, and a young man came up to me and said, "Congressman, I need health care." He said, and pass it, so I need to have surgery. He said, "If you don't believe me, let me show you." So he pulled up his shirt, and he had this unbelievable, I guess, tumor or something coming out of his side. And he said, "I can't afford it." And then I go to the grocery store at Kroger's, and a lady in the butcher shop said to me, she need to have surgery, but she can't afford it. So I hear it over and over again. We would like to be of help. What can we do, Michaeline? In terms of calling Cigna, sending a letter, asking that I meet with Ms. Smith?
One of our decisions, absolutely.
Right. Well, we could do that. Send an email, we could do that, or we can try to reach the CEO over the telephone. Because you need an answer. And I think they'll get an answer. But it's an unbelievable story. I'm sure you heard the story this morning, over the weekend, about the 4-month-old little baby was going to be denied insurance simply because they said he was overweight. And his father said, he's very, very healthy. Do you want me to go out and put him on a treadmill? Whatever we can do to be of help and be supportive, we would love to help out. So, are you on several medications?
I am on several medications now, and as one of them is supposed to kill the pain, but I spoke with a pain clinic, and they were quite honest with me. They said, there is no medicine that is going to kill this pain. You are going to have to go somewhere where they can either surgically work with you or figure out some kind of innovative treatment. What we're giving you is not going to work. And we were crushed. And there are so many people. I mean, these stories are just filled with so many similar stories that that are they've heard the same news that the doctors have said we can't help you, but people, insurance companies are stopping them from getting the treatment that they deserve. Or either we heard from Sharon in North Carolina that she can't go get treatment, cancer treatment in her state because she just moved from the state where she was insured. So every month she is traveling from North Carolina
Back
to
to-
Florida to get cancer treatment.
Yeah.
No one should go
No,
back and forth just to.
the insurance should be
Yeah. Yeah.
affordable.
Yeah.
Should follow you.
Yeah.
Right. Should go with you.
Yeah, and that's why we're traveling around, and as physically difficult as it is for me, you know, I know that there are so many stories that I'm carrying in my heart and in these bottles that they are depending on people such as you and all the other lawmakers to make a conscious vote and cry out on their behalf.
Right. Well, you can depend on me.
Thank
We'll
you.
continue to speak out and speak up and cry out. And I think your case and what has happened to the stories that you're gathering in these bottles tend to dramatize the need more than anything that we need to pass a powerful, comprehensive healthcare bill. I won't do my part. I will assure you that.
Senate Finance passed their bill. They approved it.
What else do you think we can do? Or what else would you like to see us do? I appreciate you taking the time to come by, and I appreciate you putting a face on it. It's not anything like a human face. It is powerful to be a witness, to tell the story. And your story is a very powerful story. Really. There's no one, but no one should be going through what you're going through. Yeah, my staff people hear me say all the time, I just said to Brenda that you met, and another person we was talking about something, and I said, that's not right. That's not fair. That's not just. So I use that line a great deal. So what is happening to you is not right. It's not fair, and it's not just. And it should be happening to anyone. So, and we have to do something about it.
We would certainly appreciate a call to Cigna, but you know, as far as, you know, a public statement or a letter that we could put out would even, you know, be even better, because that's something that we could post and
Yeah.
share. Is there
A
anything?
letter of support that you could bring
Yeah,
with you when
yeah.
you visit Cigna and try and get your meeting on Thursday would be great.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, letter.
But I'll let Donna's answer.
Yeah, well, we can do that. It won't take us any time to come up with a letter statement. No, we can do it.
I'll leave you a one-pager that summarizes Donna's story and her impending visit to Cigna. And staff can visit her website. Sarah Touch.
Do you have any questions?
Not off the top of my head, I'm Bob Keefe from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. I'd love to be able to talk with you a little bit more in depth later, if that's all right. Yeah. Thank you.
I appreciate move on
Yeah.
what you're doing to help highlight this case, this story. You know, a lot of people almost in silence. They have all type of problems and been denied, but they refuse to tell a story. And I know it's not easy. That's why I think we're grateful to you. I appreciate you being willing to tell your story. So, I hear so many, you get on a plane, you walking through a mall, in a store, go to Home Depot there on Cascade Road, people walk up and whisper into you. A lot of people are just embarrassed to tell their story, to share their story. And so we're grateful. More people need to know it, what you're going through.
Thank you.
So your family's doing okay? The rest of your family?
My mom is holding it together as best as she
You
can.
tell her I say hi.
I will do that.
Okay.
I will do that.
Do you make it back down to Athens at all?
Well, Duncan says that we need to roll through. He went to UGA
Yeah.
for a couple of years.
UGA didn't do so well this.
It's a sad story.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, they were playing Tennessee, right?
Yeah, there's hope for recovery, I think.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
went through a couple bad years there.
yeah. Got to get it together.
Yeah.
And there's some controversy going on about moving the game,
Yeah.
the tech game.
Yeah.
And it's water, and I saw some interview,
Yeah.
and a great majority of the people wanted to stay on campus,
Yeah.
not in the dome,
Yeah, keep it between the hedges.
in between the hedges.
Yep.
And I'm not gonna get involved in that fight.
No.
That's worse than.
So when UGA is playing someone and it's not tech, you know, I pull for UGA, and when tech is playing someone and not UGA,
Yeah.
then I have to pull for tech.
That's the politically correct decision to make. Yeah.
So many friends that well connected to both schools.
They're both great.
And Georgia State next year is going to have a
Team,
that's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Matter of fact, they brought, I think we have a football team. We have a football, someone delivered and signed it, still in the box.
Awesome. Downtown is going to be a madhouse.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the
Oh, wow.
Georgia State
Who's leading that, the athletic department? Bill, was it Bill?
Bill
Bill
Curry, that's
yeah,
right, that's right,
yeah.
Bill Curry, that's right. Right,
Worked so hard for the opportunity to lose to UGA. It must be rough. Once you get out
Yeah,
of
that's
the
right.
world.
right,
Thank you, Congressman.
Whatever we can do,
Yeah.
be helpful.
Yeah.
And Michaeline and I guess Brenda, you ever work on the letter? And we can have it for you in a matter of short time.
Okay.
So just work out the arrangement how we get there.
We certainly appreciate it.
Why don't you feel like going out on the balcony and getting a photograph
Yeah.
with the carpet in the background?
Oh, yeah, we love that.
Okay.
We love that.
Yeah, it's just
I'm
empty.
sorry.
No worries.
Sorry.